Hey, we're back in the studio. I'm Carl Kraft. This is the Morning Rat Race. It's World According to GOTS. And a couple of special guests in the studio. We welcome Bob Linton and his buddy Brad. Brad, you were in a band called Rusted Destruction, right, back in the day?
I was.
How long ago were you in this band?
It's probably 3 years ago. 3 years? Yeah, I was in the band for probably a little over a year, but we jammed a lot before that, growing up in high school and stuff.
Now, Bob, your brother was in this band with Brad, and he loved that band, huh?
Yeah, no, he was happiest when he was on stage. Music was a huge part of my brother's life.
What kind of local gigs? Where did he play around?
They played a lot in Belmar. PK's, Paul's, some of the other places Brad might be able to.
Yeah, we played at the Stone Pony, had a show with a couple bands at the Asbury Lanes. We had a little Asbury scene going on too.
Right on. Your brother Matt would have been how old today?
Today would have been his 29th birthday, and Carl, we really appreciate the chance to come in here and celebrate his life. Matt was a great guy. He had a big heart. He was friends with everyone, and just losing him at this age is just incomprehensible. It's just really tough.
It's a recent loss for your family. I mean, this is just 6 weeks old, 7 weeks. Is March 17th?
March 17th.
March 17th.
It's been a really tough 6 weeks, and the toughest part is that it's not going to get better. A month, a year, 10 years. Right. This is something that stays with you. There's no sense in losing a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get easier.
It was your younger brother, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah. 15 years younger,
and he had some demons that he was wrestling with.
Yeah, Matt struggled with some problems for a while, and if anything comes out of this, people that are struggling today, I know there's a big problem in Monmouth and Ocean County, that there's help out there, and reach out for it, because it really just devastates families, and you gotta get that help.
It's a little hard is it hard? I'd imagine it's hard when you lose a brother to an addiction like this. It's got to be hard for you to look back and say, wow, what if I would have done more? Because there probably were some signs. Can you ask that question, or is that not fair?
We've all been asking that. We've tried to help him numerous times over the years. He knew the help was there. He knew he was loved, and that's probably the most important thing.
Right.
To know that we were with him at every step.
Right. How long was he on heroin?
We're not exactly sure. I mean, he kind of lived a separate life with some of this stuff, but
it's the kind of thing that you hide from the people you're closest to.
Right.
It's often said that the hardest people to help are your own family members. The people who you're closest are the hardest to actually get through to. Do you feel that way?
It is, because you remember, the little boy that you grew up with, who grew into a man, and was into Iraq and everything, and at points he's struggling, but and you try to offer help and words of wisdom at different points, but. At the end of the day, it's up to him, and no matter how hard, we tried to get through, it's just something that, in the end, it's your own decision. So,
you guys grew up in Spring Lake Heights.
Yeah. For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, I was born in northern New Jersey, but my parents moved down here permanently, I think, in '93 or so. So they've been down a long time.
What kind of stuff did he love about? He's a surfer, I imagine.
Matt loved the ocean. I mean, get him out on his surfboard. He was happiest, along with his music. And he also, in the wintertime, he loved the snowboard.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a kid that attacked life, enjoyed life. Loved his family, loved his friends. Just totally took it all in.
Did he share his music with you before he shared it with other people? Did he say, "Hey, man, I got this new song I'm working on"?
Yeah, no, definitely. He would run things past me, and his 2 demo tapes were, I really loved that he was, expressing himself in that way. It started really young. I was into music a lot in the '90s with Guns N' Roses and Oasis and all those bands, and he kind of got into music, I think, partly because of, you know, his big brother and, you know, his big sister Kathy, and you know, it's something that we definitely shared with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
The song I want to play is from your band, Brad, Rusted Destruction. This is Exit 98. It's kind of a tribute to Belmar, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
What makes it special for you?
This song kind of just sums up the whole Belmar lifestyle and surfing, hanging around town, you know, going out to the bars and stuff. Pretty much what we did summer nights and summer days. So.
I love it.
Well, we all know that feeling, you know.
I love it.
Things slow down a little bit here in this sleepy shore town, and
yeah, and then one night it just comes to life, you know.
That's right. That's right.
So check out a tune from Bob's little brother, Matt Linton, who would have been 29 today. A song from Rusted Destruction, Exit 98. It's right here on the WRAT. We'll be right back.
Just off the parkway, drive a couple miles east. Fell in love with Belmar and chilling at the beach. If I ever leave this place, I'll always love this town. It is my sacred place where my heart can always be found. I love the memories and the people that I knew. I remember everything, especially all of you. I wanted to go somewhere I've never been before. I needed to feel something I never felt much more. Never is worse than late. I'll never forget Exit 98. Permanent vacation down at the Jersey Shore. I know all of the bouncers. I pay no cover at the door. Spend a day in the hot sun. I know that the winter is past. If you don't need a wetsuit, get no wetsuit rash. I love the memories and the people that I knew. I remember everything, especially all of you. I wanted to go somewhere I've never been before. I needed to feel something I never felt much more. This is our perfect little world. Our perfect little world. This is our perfect little world. 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 I love the memories and the people that I knew. I remember everything, especially all of you. I wanted to go somewhere I've never been before. I needed to feel something I never felt much more. Never is worse than late. I'll never forget Exit 98. Exit 98. Exit 98. Exit 98.
Man, you can hear Belmar all over that song. Although apparently Brad says it was recorded in Manasquan, is that right?
Yeah, it was recorded in my mom's living room in Manasquan.
Your mom loved that.
In a small little beach house.
I hear a little social distortion in there.
A little.
A little bit, like Ness.
Bob, was your brother Matt a social defense?
My brother loved Mike Ness.
Yeah.
He just the path that he took, being a teen, going out and living his dreams, and what he was able to accomplish with social distortion. He was an idol of my brother.
Right on.
That's crazy.
I want to send that out to your family, who I know has been hurting since your brother passed away. It would have been 29 today. Your father came into my office just randomly off the street, asked to speak with someone, and was really deeply moved and touched by the story he told. So if your dad's listening, I want to say a shout out to him. And it's going to be really hard for you guys to find the peace to move on, but I hope you do.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I don't really have any advice on that. I haven't been with those struggles. I mean, times are so different for people these days. Things are so much more potent for us in high school and for me in college and whatnot. You weren't really taking your life in your hands when you played around with some of that stuff, you know?
Right.
Absolutely.
But it's a whole different scene now. What I don't know. Do you have any advice for anyone who might be looking at a younger brother or a father figure or someone in the community who they might want to save? How do you tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, we need to smarten up? How do you work the community of love around them? Because I mean, you referred to that a little bit earlier about just making sure that people know they're loved.
Yeah, I mean that above all, you need to make sure they're loved, and there's help out there, and whether you yourself have a problem or if you know somebody that has a problem, don't give up on it. Make that call, go to rehab, go to meetings, whatever you have to do, because the consequences are just there's no turning back. God forbid the worst happens.
You're a brave man for coming on the radio and talking about this to hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
No, we really appreciate the opportunity, and thanks for Brad coming in today too.
Thanks for inviting me, guys. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday to your brother, man.
Thanks, guys.
Wherever he might be.
Appreciate it.
It's the Morning Rat Race. This is 95.9 The Rat, and we'll be right back.